out of there. They had enough sense to go, and I'm glad they did, because when you see situations like this, it makes you think, how is this happening? You know, it's fucking the whole state of Texas up. Their economy's fucked, the energy grid is fucked, and it's knocking a lot of people off. Now, African Americans in America, in these specific states, you must understand, our ancestors gave us enough time to leave those areas, fam. If you didn't want to leave, then you're going to be forced to have to deal with unfortunate situations and unfortunate circumstances. But right now, our ancestors, they have entered the portal. They're already here. They came through the portal already. We called upon them. They came through the portal. They're here now, and you better get the fuck out the way. And if you get caught in the crossfire, you're caught in the crossfire, fam. I don't know what to tell you, fam. You shouldn't even be out there. You know? And then you got the storm watchers, you know, they gonna always give you that winter weather advisory. And then this is just a quick little winter weather advisory showing you where the snow is coming and how it's hitting. And like I said, this is extremely unexpected. They wasn't expecting this shit. Oh my God, all the snow, oh Lord, what's going on here? This is Texas we're talking about. This is Texas we're talking about. We're talking about snow in Texas. Oh my God, what's going on? We're talking about snow in Texas. You damn right you're talking about snow in Texas. You damn right you're talking about snow in Texas. Because my ancestors smell blood, and my ancestors already know that it's time to get rid of these evil terrorists, man. It's time to get rid of these evil terrorists, man. It's time to get rid of these evil terrorists, man. Send you motherfuckers back to the Ice Age, boy. And my ancestors ain't playing. My ancestors smell blood. They smell blood in the water, fam. They're not playing with you. And this is just the beginning. This is just the beginning. And like I said, man, and just like I said, I asked, why are you still down there? If you know the history and look up the history of these southern states, I'm not even just talking about Texas no more. I'm talking about majority of all the southern states. If you see the sign, this is a real deal sign, fam. This is a real deal sign of what kind of shit that they used to have displayed out in the public back in the day. It says no dogs, no Negroes, which is what they called us back in that time, Negroes, and no Mexicans. No dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. They compared you guys. You were on the same level in the society in the South, in the southern societies, bro. If you were of African descent, they labeled you a Negro. You were on the same level as a dog. If you was of Mexican descent, Hispanic descent in those areas in the land that they took from you, they just jacked you out your shit. They just ran up on you and took your fucking land and made it an American state and called it Texas, along with New Mexico and Arizona and the rest of the other motherfucking states over there in the corner cut. Utah too. They put you guys on the same level as dogs. So why the fuck would you stay down there in those areas where the government of that land was treating you like that? You must have liked it. You must have had some type of love for your enemy. Oh, I know what it was. It was that Jesus boy, huh? It was that Jesus boy, huh? It was that Bible. It was that religion that they forced upon you that made you want to see the goodness in your enemy. You wanted to see the goodness in the terrorist who was terrorizing you. You felt that there was some good in those areas, so you stayed. You stuck around. And Mexicans, I'm talking about you too, because you gotta understand, Mexicans, you guys, majority of Mexicans are Catholics. And they're only Catholics because the Spaniards came and colonized that land, and that's why they speak Spanish right now, because the Spaniards, which is another European, you got the Englishman, African, the Negroes spoke English because that was the only language they were allowed to speak. They weren't allowed to speak any African language because that was considered blasphemy and it was like a form of voodoo that killed you on the spot. So they forced you to speak English. So English comes from the Englishman, which is a European. Spaniards came and colonized and conquered the land of Central America and South America, which is why majority of those people living in those lands of the geographical map speak Spanish, because they were colonized by the Spaniards from Spain. Spain is in Europe. The religion that was given to you by the Spaniards was Catholicism. You're a Catholic, so you still worshiping your enemy's God. You niggas worship your enemy's God. You worship your enemy's God, but I'm gonna leave that for another show. And then you got the middle sign that says restrooms, and then to the left they say they got the whites, and then to the left they got the coloreds. So it was segregated. They didn't want you niggas around them. They didn't want no black people in the same areas as them. And then they say coloreds seated in the rear. They wanted you guys to sit in the back. They didn't want to see you. So, hey, but you know what? That's fine with me. If you don't want me around, I don't want you around. I'm that type of guy. If you don't want to be around me, I don't want to be around you. Just let me know. I don't even got to fuck with you. I don't want to spend no money with you or nothing. I'll go my way. You go your way. Motherfuckers walk up and then they said, we serve whites only. This is in the Texas, bro. This is in the South. This is in Louisiana. This is in the Texas. This is in Alabama. This is in Georgia. This is in Oklahoma. They said, we serve whites only. No Spanish or Mexicans. So this is the thing about Mexicans, too. Mexicans come from Texas, right? And then they come up here. And they get mad because they feel like their skin is just as white as the white boy. They feel like their hair is just as straight as the white girl. They feel like their features match identical to the Europeans that's here in America. So they're sold this falsified dream that once they hop over the border, they're better than you blacks. They're better than you Negroes. And they're going to automatically receive white assistance. But you're wrongfully mistaken. Because white is not a nationality. It's a status. But they don't know that coming up here, though. They don't know that being white is not a nationality. The same way being black is not a nationality. It's just a statistical status here in America. So you can never be white. Mexican, you can never be white. You're just a Spaniard to them. They took your land. You were their enemy. They never liked you. Get over it. You're not white. You can never be white. Don't know why you want to be white, because I wouldn't want to be white, but that's up to y'all, though. You want to be white. You're not white. Get over it. They deboed you out your land. They took your land. They just killed you motherfuckers and took your land and said, get over it. This is our land now. You're not white. You're Spanish or Mexican. We're not serving you. They made it clear. They made it clear, bro. They made it clear. Don't get mad at me. I'm just being real with you. I'm just keeping it 100. Don't get mad at me. Because best believe, we didn't do nothing to you niggas. We didn't do nothing to you niggas. And best believe, I did a show on my old channel, but you know, this punk ass YouTube, they took my channel down, but it's all good. I just made another one. And if they try to take this one down, best believe, I'll just make another one. But I did a show back in my old channel, speaking on how the Mexicans and back in Mexico, them motherfuckers had slavery in Mexico too. They had Africans in there being slaves too, but then they abolished it. They abolished slavery before America abolished slavery, so I give them that. But you still had slavery though. So just so don't act like I don't know what's up with you niggas. You know? Now, once again, you got the African Americans, so-called African Americans here in America that was in the South, right? I literally just told you guys, right? How they made it clear that they looked at you as no different from a dog, no different as a cow, a pig. You were on the same level as them. They didn't want you around, right? And then here you go. You got the sister in the middle with the baby on the right, and then the young brother and then the brother on the left. They're protesting school segregation, fucking with the NAACP, which was founded by the Jewish people. These guys, it says, you treat our children like prisoners. And they're protesting against school segregation. You got the wrong one. Cause see, if that would have been me, I'd have been like, well, shit, we gonna make our own schools. We can put our money together and we can create our own coalition to have our own schools. We'll have better schools. We'll have better schools. We'll make sure our children is being educated to the best of our ability, so we can create for self. We can create our own businesses. We can create our own education system. We can create our own hospitals. We can create our own everything, and it'll be better than theirs. Which, to tell you the truth, I'm not speaking out the side of my ass. I'm not speaking on some dream that that never was accomplished. This shit was already accomplished already, brothers and sisters. We've already accomplished beautiful communities that was better than theirs. We dressed better. We had better schools, better education system, doctorates, master's degrees. We had better music theaters, grocery stores, hospitals, all that. We showed the world that we can accomplish every goal that we desire to make it so our children have a better upbringing. And then the Ku Klux Klan, the white terrorist Ku Klux Klan, came through and they destroyed our communities. They rioted, they burned our stores, they burnt our schools, they destroyed it. They even bombed our cities from the sky, bro. So you wanted to integrate with a terrorist? I just don't understand that. I just don't understand it. You got me beat, bro. You want to integrate with the raper. You want to integrate with the rapist. You want to integrate with the child molester. You want to integrate with the murderer. I just don't get it. I just don't get it, fam. I don't understand that, bro. I really don't understand that. And I bet you right now, Rodney don't want nothing to do with you niggas right now. I bet you right now, Rodney Reese in Texas right now don't want nothing to do with you motherfuckers. He ready to pack his bags and go right now. And just another reminder, they don't want, why they so busy fighting, look, they so busy saying that they want to protest against school segregation, right? And the NAACP put them up to this. The NAACP put them up to this, and they failed for it. Man, I wish I was there. But you know what? Malcolm X was already there. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad told y'all, don't fall for that. So it ain't like they didn't know. It ain't like it wasn't told to them. And once again, just a reminder, no dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. Colors served in the rear, in the back, because we don't want you, we don't want to see you. And then, the same motherfuckers who hate your guts, you gonna spend money with them, and then let these motherfuckers make you a milkshake, serve you some eggs, serve you some steak, serve you whatever the fuck they gonna serve you. You know how many loogies you niggas was drinking? You know how many loogies and how much foul feces and shit that they was putting in your food? You feel me? No dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. Colors served in the rear. Restrooms for the whites is over there to the right. Restrooms, whites only. So if you gotta go take a number 1 or take a number 2, you gotta go to the motherfucking you gotta go over there to some down 2 miles, 3 miles away or something. Go to the outhouse or something. They wouldn't even let you use the restroom, bro. They wouldn't even let your baby use the restroom, G. And they had the whites fountain over here on this side, and they had the colors. They called you colored. They didn't even consider you a human. They just said you're colored. You're colored. Y'all drink from that fountain over there. We don't want nothing to do with your asses. And you, in your right mind, had the audacity to want to stay in these states, in these counties, and in these areas. It just blows my mind. It just blows my fucking mind. And then here we are in 2021, and we got brothers like Rodney, who just left the store because he works at Walmart. The sun goes down, he's walking home in the snow, and he almost lost his life fucking with some race soldiers, bro. Fucking with some race soldiers. And then, like I said, those race soldiers, so you guys call them police, well, we call them race soldiers. It says waiting room for colors only, by order of the police department. So you got to understand, so the police, which is law enforcement, they were enforcing these laws. So they made sure that these laws stood. So you got to understand, the same law enforcement, the same Texas law enforcement then is the same Texas law enforcement now who ran up on Rodney Reese, told him we're doing a welfare check. And I don't understand how a welfare check turns into you're being contained, you're under arrest. When the fuck does a welfare check turns into you being sent to go spend a night in jail? You're under arrest and you're being charged. That goes to show you that your enemy is still your enemy. I don't give a fuck if it's 2021. I don't give a fuck if it's 2031, 41, 51, 3031. Your enemy will always be your enemy. They try to come through all nice. Oh, hey, bud, you all right? You ain't cold. You got your shirt. You ain't got no sleeves. You ain't cold. And he's still walking, trying to show you, I don't need you. I don't want to talk to you. He did the right thing. Rodney, you did the right thing, bro. You did the right thing, Rodney. Your mother raised you well. You did the right thing. But no matter how well your mother raised you, no matter how well your father raised you, the mistake that was made was that your mother decided to move into a nicer area where it used to be segregated. So spiritually, they still wanted to be segregated. And you had to encounter a front hand as an 18-year-old black man in society that you're in the area where they do not want you. You're in the area where they do not want you. No dogs, no Negroes, no Mexicans. They do not want you. They do not want you. They do not want you around them. They made it clear then, and then they're making it clear now. They're just showing you in a different way, fam. And I'm just happy that they didn't blow your head off, because they could have said you resist arrest and stop it, you're resisting. He's got a gun, he's got a weapon, bang, 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 bang. And then you would have been another George Floyd. Okay? So I'm just happy through the grace of the ancestors that didn't happen. And I bet you if they didn't have that body cam on, that would have happened to you. But you were betrayed, Rodney. You were betrayed. You were betrayed by those of our grandmother and our grandfather's generation. They betrayed us, bro. They betrayed us because they said, it's like, if you look at this sign, for an example, this is a sign of betrayal. It says blacks and whites unite. But let me translate that for you. Africans and terrorists unite. Because you got to understand, those who label themselves as white, they also label themselves as white knights. And the white knights are the Ku Klux Klan, which have a demonic record that is actual facts. This is not hate speech. It's an actual fact that the Ku Klux Klan are a terrorist demonic hate group, that they murdered you, they burned you alive, they tortured you for generations and generations. Why would your grandmother's and grandfather's generation want to unite with the demonic Ku Klux Klan, who were raping our women, killing our babies, hanging our brothers, doing the utmost demonic, torturous, terrorist acts against us, and they had the audacity. They had the audacity to want to unite with the betrayal. Betrayal at its finest, bro. Betrayal at its finest. Betrayal at its finest. And I'm gonna end it on this note. This is something that I found, and it made sense to me. So I made this my last slide. And you look at it, you see a motherfucker, a demonic motherfucker that look possessed. You see this demonic possessed looking motherfucker, right? When you see his eyes, he's like a fucking the monster in his eye. His spirit is just possessed. He's a demon, right? And then he has a mask on. And the mask looks all nice and sweet, like a nice little sweet little mask. But underneath that mask, you got a demonic terrorist who's waiting to kill you and take you out by any means necessary, as soon as possible, quick, fast, and a hurry, as soon as they get a chance to strike. And it says, sometimes it's not the people who change. It's the mask that falls off. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes it's not the people who change. It's the mask that falls off. I'm going to let that sink in. Sometimes it's not the people who change. It's not the demonic terrorists that change. It's not them. It's just the mask that falls off. They had them badges on. They had that uniform on. But as soon as they got the chance, they caught you slipping at night, walking in the dark after sundown, and they took the mask off and they tried to get you. Because sometimes it's not the people who change. It's just the mask that falls off. Thank you for watching. I love you, family. Thank God our ancestors was with you, Rodney. And I pray that you continue to be safe. Our ancestors had a guardian angel who was there for you. And We pray and hope that this is a lesson to you all, and you must recognize where you are. You are in the land of your enemy. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Black Power every second, every minute of the hour. I'm out.